Hey guys, and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I've done this episode 3 times now, and I still forget what game I'm playing. So yeah, I've recorded this episode 3 times now, and each time I've had a problem with it. So this is the 3rd time, but I've got faith this time we're going to have an episode that works quite well, and I'm actually going to post something. What an excitement! So, a few things we've got to deal with first. Pirates. So we've got pirates. We've got Mali revolting. They're revolting. We've got popes. We need popes. Oh, we need to make sure the pope's under our control. And we've got rebels. We'll deal with that in a second. Actually, oh shit, we've got more rebels than we usually have. That's problematic. We might actually need to attack Mali just to get access to these parts. Okay, that's something I haven't had to deal with in the past. So we do have a bit of a problem with the fact that we've got high rebellion, because our country is not unified, we've got a lot of different cultures, and that'll be fixed over time, but for now what we're going to do is we're just going to try and keep stability high. Because as stability increases, you get more, or rather less, revolt risk. And as time goes by, we'd like to change that by changing our empire to something else. But right now that's... Ooh, we can't stop those guys. But we don't want to lose Mali, because it's properly our country. Because, they don't escape that easily. You're part of us now, you're going to be Great Britain forever. That's a rule. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to have a few people just patrolling, because at some point someone's going to think it's a smart idea to try and rebel again. What we should try and do, actually, is increase relations with Mali, so we can actually just march through Mali for future problems. So that's probably one way to deal with a problem. And we've got an heir to the throne. Okay, again, another thing that hasn't happened in the past. This 3rd time is doing very well, and I'm feeling very lucky about this. So before I was putting up royal marriages, and because we had no heir, the royal marriages were going to lead in a personal union. More on that later. But now we actually have an heir, we could probably, have some royal marriages. So, a couple of people I want a royal marriage with. I would love a royal marriage with the Wendish Empire over here. First I'm going to let the opinions build up. I think they're doing that naturally on their own. Yeah, that'll be done soon, so that'll just happen. And also because we're trying to do this relationship increase with Mali, it's probably good that we wait a little while. Okay, have we dealt with all our pirates? I think we have dealt with all our pirates. No, we haven't. Oh, we got some pirates there. Sneaky pirates. Oh, did we go past those pirates? Very sneaky pirates, in fact. Bohemia wants military access. It doesn't really concern me. And Upper Burgundy wants military access. Again, that doesn't really concern me either. I'll just give it to them because, it just doesn't bother me at all what they do. So we're just having our characters go around and just kick some butt. Just pirate butt, though. Pirate butt is inconsequential to regular butts. If you said, hey, what sort of butts do you like, Seifer? I would say, butts. And I'd be sort of confused. Okay, so the rebels have taken over some land. Oh shit, we probably shouldn't be there. In fact, we're going to stay there and we're going to lose those guys. Okay, we're going to get Mali back. We're actually doing things quite differently now. Like the second attempt at this recording, we did things exactly the same. Actually, Bohemia is... That's right, Bohemia is nothing. Okay, and what we're going to do is, because now we've got a few soldiers, we're going to grab these 28,000 men. Oh, extra stability, yes. Brilliant. And we're going to actually not have all 28,000 men go down, we're just going to have 15,000. And they can go and land here. It's going to take them a little while to get to where they need to be. That's alright. And as soon as my guy comes back from Mali, we can start trying to convince him that we should be totally allowed... Okay, he's back from Mali, brilliant. And we're going to ask for military access. We're only just getting that. That's alright, only just is close enough. So we can I don't really care about that war. We can go and fight those guys, stop that rebellion from succeeding. And once that rebellion is successfully quelled, we can, I don't know, go and have a party, I suppose? You know, I didn't really thought about what happens after that. Pope stuff is always poping it up. It's kind of the most annoying part of the game that you need to keep dealing with Pope stuff. That the Pope keeps being like, oh, I don't know, how good are you really? And you're like, Pope, I'm pretty awesome. And he's like, are you now? Yeah, Pope, I'm the best. You'd be surprised how amazing I am. He's like, oh, I bet I would be, except you're not the best. It actually goes nothing like that, but for the sake of argument, that's exactly what the conversation is. But you've got to keep sending people to the Pope, points to the Pope to get Pope points. They're not called Pope points. Okay, so let's make sure we don't have like some sort of... Oh, okay. On monarch death, there'll be a succession war between Great Britain and Messian. Interesting. I may be about to be involved in a succession war for the Wendish Empire. That would be quite a war. It's definitely one I want to deal with as well. Also, one thing I'd like to bring to your attention. I'm trying to bring your attention to everything I know. It's really confusing. This is not how I would start a tutorial game, because this empire is already rather massive. And you never really need to deal with this unless you're playing Turkey, who owns over here, but already that's more stable than what I've got here. What I've got is an unstable little empire that'll just rip itself asunder, given any opportunity. So, yes, one thing I want to bring your attention to is Lord Poopsicle has become a hereditary name. So my diplomat is called Lord Poopsicle. After the great son of one of the kings, it was called Lord Poopsicle, I suppose. Someone was called Lord Poopsicle, and he commanded respect amongst the Irish back in the day. Local revolt risk goes down because of wine. Does that actually cut our revolts down to nothing? No, it does not. Alright then. Oh, these guys are actually going to defect in 30 months. Bad news for them. We'll be ready for them. And there is a new emperor. He is Upper Lorraine. Not Lower Lorraine. I don't even know where Upper or Lower Lorraine is. I suppose I can find them by hitting this button. You know what? Still can't find them. I don't know what they look like. Well, either way, Upper Lorraine is now the emperor. Good for them. Military access from Austria? Sure, why not? So, of course, our main threat is Genoa. We do also, at some point, want to deal with Mali. And, in fact, if we can... Yes, let us get some claims on Mali. So, covert actions... Covert. We want to fabricate a claim in Mali on this province. What's that place called? Yes. So we're going to start fabricating a claim. Mali's not going to be happy about this. I need you to know that. Also, can we get an alliance with Sweden? I don't know if we can. I don't think they like us enough for that. They do not like us enough for that. What about Bavaria? Bavaria, we can have a royal marriage with them. That's probably for the best. Hey, royal marriage. It has happened. Okay. Go. Ports are blockaded. We've got more pirates! Bloody pirates. You know what? I'm going to start patrolling. I think that might be a good idea. Because otherwise, we're just going to have pirates for days. And I'm sick of these pirates just existing. Look at Genoa thinking that... Actually, I wonder if, with all my money... I was going to support some rebels, but apparently it's not something I can do because they have no rebels planning to uprise. Bastards. Administration power. I'm really going to need these points first. These points are going to be the most important thing because I really want to advance in tech as quickly as possible. And because I want to advance in tech, I should be changing these guys to level 3 guys. Diplomatic reputation. Sure. I've got so much money. You never start with this much money in this game. It's just a ridiculous amount of money. But because I'm already so damn huge, I've just got so much damn money. So once this guy comes in, we should be able to March in, yep. We're suffering a bit of attrition damage here, but that's alright, I suppose. Actually, we're suffering quite a bit of attrition damage. You can probably just wait here. I'm not happy about the attrition damage we're suffering, but I don't feel there's much we can really do about it aside from, you know, not being here in the first place. How are these guys? These guys are not looking like they're going to revolt. That's very good. I've got all this money too. I wish I could spend all my money. Oh well. I'll find a way to spend all my money. There will be ways to spend it, and I mean, it's good to have money though, for when we need a lot of mercenaries, we're going to need a lot of money. But what we're going to do now is just get some more Pope points. I'm going to stop calling them Pope points now. But really, whoever has the most cardinals in the active cardinals is the controller of the Curia, or the Holy See, and they can call crusades. Really? I didn't think about that. Well, actually, hang on. Calling crusades not going to be helping me much because everyone around here is Catholic. So that's... except Mali. I wonder how you call a crusade. I've never tried to call a crusade before. There's the Papal State. Economy? No, it's not economy. Covert? No. Dynasty? No. Relations? No. Papal actions? Oh, it's under papal actions, is it? Ooh, I could call a crusade against Mali? Well, that would piss them off rightly, but then I'd just be able to march around and just conquer all this land. You know what? That's something I might think about in the near future. But of course, if I keep attacking everyone too much, people are going to start being suspicious. But do I care if people are suspicious? At the moment, no one seems to have any opinion of like me being overly aggressive. Invest in military technology is probably the best. Okay, so they've found me trying to fabricate a claim. That's going to be good. Well, it's not good that they found that out. Probably would have been best if they didn't know that I was doing that, but... oh well. Windish Empire. A noble from House O'Neill will take over. Okay, well they have cancelled their treaty. Doesn't surprise me, and we could probably cut down the amount that we're spending on army maintenance, because we're not really in big military missions at the moment. But we'll bring that back up if there is a need to. Oh no, Lollards. Huh. You know, we can probably... no, I don't want to lose the stability. I don't have a choice. Stability will be lost. Darn it. That sucks. Royal marriage with these guys. And rightly, these guys don't really have much of anything. They got a couple of provinces. How many diplomatic treaties do we have at the moment? You know what? We're going to go for a diplomatic treaty with these guys. And finally... who has disputed succession? Saxony, eh? Saxony is like around here somewhere. Is that them? No. Where's Saxony? Saxony. Okay, they're there. Okay, we're going to go royal marriage with them as well. Because if they have disputed succession, maybe we can like make something happen with that. We've got an alliance offer. Yeah, you know what? We'll accept your alliance as well. Maybe you'll put us into some really hilarious wars. That's the fun thing when you ally with people who are smaller than you. You just get into wars that you're like, why is this even a war? Why is this even happening? Which is an appropriate question sometimes. Because you never really know why things are happening. I'm really thinking about crusading against Mali once I get my... how are they going? 77%? I think I'm going to get this place and this place as... oh. Another Holy Roman Emperor's changed. I think we're going to get this place and then we're going to call a crusade against Mali. So that way we can join up these little fragmented areas, and then I think we don't need access from anyone to get anywhere. I think that's what we're wanting primarily. And improve relations with Byzantium, because they are a Catholic nation, and that's probably not the worst idea if I could get Byzantium as an ally. Because they're still, while not the strongest, they're not weak either. And I've got a lot of points to the Holy See that I can use up, but nothing that really helps me, so I'll just hold on to them for now. I do really want to just attack Mali. Okay, well, we do have Casus Belli now. Of course, we had Casus Belli when we called for the Crusade, but that's neither here nor there, as they say. Well, it might be there. No, gonna keep fabricating claim. The next claim will be for Malacina. Here. It'll take about a year to do that, so that's alright, that won't take too long. Because time moves a lot faster in this game than it does in Crusader Kings. Alright, for a second there we had a point to get a new cardinal on my side, but no. Okay, research is coming along nicely. In fact, military technology has just ticked over while I was looking at it. So now we are level 4 military technology. We get increased military tactics, increased land morale, that's good, and armories, which will increase manpower limits, which will be very useful in the near future. Also, one of my ports has been blockaded, because that is tradition. Where did I leave my warships? They're over there. Brilliant. You know what I should do? I should have a long patrol. It just patrols everything. Yeah, that's the patrol route. It's a fairly long patrol. But that way they should eventually touch on everyone. That's the plan anyway. I believe that'll mostly work. And if I have these guys patrol this area. Yeah, there we go. Bit of patrolling going on. Dude, you're such a patrol. Anyways. Okay, so I've almost got diplomatic tech open, but I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to spend those points just yet because I really want this to be maxed out first. Because when this gets maxed out, that is when good things will happen. Influenza! Antwerp has got influenza. Who cares? I'll just quarantine the port. It means Antwerp doesn't get much money for the next year or so, but until then, it's not that big a deal. And sadly, because of Mali's taking away of our treaty, we can't march back. Which is a little sad, but that's alright. We can just wait here until the crusade starts. Even in a new era, there are still crusades. That I think is something we have to learn. That crusades never truly end. There is always a crusade, even in the days of the Renaissance. This isn't the days of the Renaissance. I don't know when the Renaissance was. Was that only in Italy? I don't know. I know nothing about the Renaissance. It just occurred to me as I was saying that. Anyways, geez, she's like 72 years old. Huh. I don't actually know if I'll be taking over though. My heir is fairly decent stated though, which is exciting. I'm getting so many of these points per month as well. Which will keep me ahead of in the tech game by quite a significant margin. Okay, so what I really want here is the national ideas, because that'll give me my first idea group. And idea groups are what sort of make each country different. But by choice. Oh, more rebels. Oh shit. Significant number of rebels too. They actually won a fight. Good job, rebels. You won't win the next one, but, you know, I'm impressed that you won one fight. Our manpower is actually a decent number. It is growing, which... Oh, and we've got Berbers. Suppress the Berbers! And iron ore problems, that's not really a big deal. Okay, we've got Berbers, but they're just over there, so we can handle them. Handle the Berbers! Handle them! But, you know, politely. With a stiff upper British lip. Great British. You know, we're not called Great Britain because we're not good. We're called Great Britain because we're the best. I want you guys to know that. This is my inspirational speech before we go off to battle. We're not called Average Britain. We're not called Sort of Okay Britain. We are Great Britain. And don't you forget that. Sort of Okay Britain. That's such a great name for a country. So yeah, we're going to get a few rebels for a while until we can, until we can get the religion thing sorted out, because a whole bunch of these guys are, you know what, they're Catholic. That's... We may have to deal with rebels for a long time. Culture will be a problem. Although the interesting thing is, I was looking at this earlier, is, when I find it, one of our accepted cultures is German. So we could actually probably deal with a whole bunch of German cultures which are over this way. Actually, let's just go into the mini-map to show you cultures. So the German cultures are all the way over here, so if we could sort of conquered towards this way, that wouldn't go too badly. Because these are all German cultures, so... You know, we've got quite a few of it already. I don't think Dutch is acceptable though. Dutch is not acceptable, but German is. So we should just really conquer here because they already think like us. Because we're English-German, really. Which is an odd concept to be both those nations. Interestingly enough, we're not Irish anymore, so some things have changed. Did we... We must have succeeded in getting another... Oh, we did. Well, you know what, guys? I say what we do is we rack the army maintenance to max, which looks like it lowers everyone's morale. It just increases the max morale. So we take a little while, then we call a crusade on Mali, and then we crusade. So crusade has been sent out. There'll be an instruction there in a moment. Oh, no, it's been there. There is a crusade. It'll last for the next... What? It'll last until 1479. Oh, okay, it'll last for a few years. So all Catholics around the world are encouraged to attack Mali in the name of our Lord. That Jesus Christ, just to be clear. We don't have other lords, just Jesus Christ. And so when we can send another guy here on 12th of December, we can attack. And then it will be a glorious battle. Not really glorious, we're actually just going to stomp them. Because, as I said, this game is not in a place where you'd normally be. Okay, so we're just going to show superiority. And it'll decrease a lot of costs. Oh no, it won't. Well, either way. Should we call willing allies? No allies are willing. Well, let's just go in on our own. Brah! You know, we might just fully annex these guys, because that is the Great British way. If you think that's bad now, wait until we get to the New World. We are going to annex everything. Wow. I get a lot of benefits by being in a crusade. Cool. So we don't really need everyone to be standing around like this, so what we're going to do is we're going to move him on. There's a button that like splits up the men so they're not all in the same thing. And yeah, we're going to split them up one more time. And we're going to go towards the bulk of the army with 13,000 men against their 9,000 or so. I don't want to gain... You know what? I'm going to have Catholicism gain +1 Reform Desire and gain 2 Papal Influence. This is going to be an interesting thing. As time goes by, there is what's called Reform Desire. At the moment there is only Catholicism, but as this Reform Desire goes up, which is 8.5% already, when this hits 100%, Protestantism and Reformed will both be created. and then we're going to start having religious wars like Protestant wars and that sort of thing. But that'll be for another time, and that'll be for another episode, because we are done today. We not only did we record an episode, we actually successfully recorded an episode. Hooray! And yeah, I'll see you guys next time when we continue the crusading against Mali. Probably a complete annexation is required, and yeah, other stuff will happen. See you next time, guys. Bye! Meow.